All right, good morning. Welcome to the London session. I hope you're doing well. Okay, so this morning I had a nightmare. I was awake quite early and I kind of felt asleep because I woke up too early, and I was trying to get to do a 8 o'clock session, and I literally woke up and it was like 10 minutes to 8, and I had to get my son ready for school, so I couldn't come on live because usually I wake up and I get him ready, so by 7:30, quarter to 8, I'm done. And then I jump on the chat and then do my thing. But I kind of slept, so I couldn't do that 8 o'clock today. So anyone that was expecting 8 o'clock start today maybe thought that I'm not going to do session today. But that's not me. It's still going to happen. Okay. So dollar index, I was expecting them to reach 104.95. That's where I was anticipating the retracement from. It's a weekly imbalance, so I was expecting price to maybe, I would say reverse, but maybe form the high of the week there and then retrace, and it fell short. So if you want to see the level that I used, if you go onto the higher time frame, go into the weekly chart, and this is that imbalance in here. I think I actually hit it because I didn't draw it properly. So this is that imbalance right there. All right, we use this magnet. There you go. right? That's what I used to determine where price is going to pause, and I think it did nailed it. That's why, because I was surprised that it didn't touch it, right? So it did hit that, and then you can see the reaction of it. So I did a lot with this level here, and I'm going to lead you into why I did what I did. So price obviously cannot continue going up forever. There will be retracement. There's going to be pauses. So as price was trading to that, you guys were not with me yesterday, but there are certain things that I anticipated forming, and they're actually doing it right now. Let's jump into British pound first, because this is one of them. Because I was expecting the dollar index to give me a retracement, right? That means we're gonna get a potential pullback on the foreign currencies, right? So what I did was this one. That's why I've been up and I felt asleep, because this candle formed at 6 yesterday. Auto block, retracement, 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 retracement. So this auto block here, they've held it since yesterday. So because we are anticipating a retracement on dollar and this auto block has been held, it looks like it's gonna go and attack the level that I posted in the group chat this morning. That's what I'm anticipating. So that's this level here, this equal high, or that equal high over there. That is the high that led price into a pullback. So price is gonna go and attack that with the retracement on the dollar index. Okay, so this morning obviously the same thing. Overnight it started going up. So when I woke up around 3:30 here, somewhere in here, that's where I saw price. So I've been sitting there trying to look for a trade, and then on the 1 hour time frame, you will see at 4 o'clock, okay, it created this down candle. So that's why I posted what I posted to you guys in that group, that I'm looking for a run above this high. So I actually got in early because I was doing some stuff, so I didn't want to wait till London. I got in early because I trust the process. I got in early and left my stop loss here, targeting that. All right, so this morning, that's the trade that I think price is going to give. It might not do it this morning, or it'll do it. It doesn't matter when, but that's the draw on liquidity right now. Okay, now we also had similar thing happen on Wednesday. Was it Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday on Aussie dollar, when Aussie created this auto block here and it went and attacked this high, but I actually anticipated it going into that imbalance in here. So maybe, okay, and it's a maybe pound can go higher than what I'm expecting. It can go maybe higher than that. It probably might trade into this candle's low, this previous day's low here. We also have a fair value gap, so once they go above it, maybe it might reject. We are not bullish, okay? Don't think that I'm buying to go up. It's just a pullback. So we have pound going for this equal high, and I'm giving you all the narrative that led me into believing that. Okay, I didn't pay attention to euro because euro did not give anything that I will kind of frame a trade on, right? So I don't have anything on euro. It's Friday. I don't want to do much, so I'm not touching euro. I don't like the way it's going up anyway. Okay, this is not a pullback. This is like, let's catch some people to buy it, and then we slam it back down again. We are almost at that low that I gave on Wednesday here as a draw on liquidity. This is a narrative that will support the trend line traders, the support and resistance traders. They might think that price is gonna go up. So if they are not disciplined, or if we have any indisciplined traders out there, this might lead someone to buy it thinking that price is gonna go up. But in my early stages of trading, I will be buying that, or probably I'll be long somewhere in here. Okay, I'll be long somewhere in here without a stop loss, and then I'll be down here and I'll buy it again. Right, that is that mentality, new traders mentality, trying to catch the low. Okay, so this is what's happening. They're leading them up to come and slaughter them later. So maybe it might drop into that imbalance in there, or even that one, and then kaput back down again. So yesterday I was actually teaching this in my private group, that if it goes up there, you want to sell short, leave your stop loss. On this chart, I'll leave it up here. Okay, and then I'll target this low, and then maybe it might give a projected price swing to 618. So if I sell short up there, now the only reason why I'm putting my stop loss here is just to cover this imbalance, because it can spike into that as well. Okay, I don't think it should, but I like to protect myself. Now right here is enough. Okay, above that candle's high is enough, but with this condition that we are in, trust me, it's better to be safe than to be sorry. So I'll leave it up there, and then I'll target here. Alright, and I'll just let price do its thing. And I'll take partial below this low, take a lot here, and then I'll just put that to break even, and I'll sit and see how far they will take this. Alright, so that's euro for you. New Zealand, let's see what we have. Not much. It should continue going lower. 0.61475. That's the draw. You're looking for lower prices. Watch this imbalance in here. It might rally into that, run above that high. Stop loss up here. What's that level? Okay. Yeah, that looks too equal to me, but you can leave your stop loss there. Okay, if it stops you out, it's gonna reverse. You see it, and then you jump in again. All right, so sell above that high, previous day's high. Is it previous day's high? No, sorry, I think it's New York session high. All right, sell above that. Look for continuation to the downside to 0.61475. Aussie, I think this is the one that gave something in here, right? That auto block there, retracement back into it, and it's going up. This will also continue going down, by the way. It's just pulling back. So watch this candle's low with previous day's low there, an auto block, fair value gap. If actually just dipped into it, but I would like it to there. I'm watching here, right there, and then you look for a rejection. Now, you don't have to necessarily jump in with even the New Zealand trade that I shared. You don't have to jump in. You can wait for price to give you, a breaking market structure on the lower time frame, and then you can trade that. All right. So you don't have to sell it straight away. You can wait for it to give you maybe a 1 minute or a 5 minutes breaking market structure, and then you can use the high that is formed. Instead of, let's go back to New Zealand for a little bit. Instead of placing was it New Zealand? Euro, yeah. Instead of placing your stop loss all the way up here, right, you wait for it to give you a breaking market structure on the lower time frame. Then you can put your stop loss above the high, and then you take your entry wherever that it gives you the entry, right, instead of doing that. Okay, so same thing applies to Aussie. If it trades up there, you can either sell short, leave your stop loss above that high, or wait for it to give you a breaking structure. You look to sell short and then anticipate a continuation to the downside. Dollar cards, this one is still bullish. We should continue going up. I do have a little concern with them going for this low. Okay, I have a little concern with the continuation, just the fact that they went for that low. It doesn't look on the H4, okay, the higher time frame is still bullish. It doesn't look like it wants to go up, especially with that high formed yesterday, because yesterday is Thursday, so that could cap the weekly range, and then the rest of the week it might go sideways. So I'm not terribly bullish going into today because it's Friday, and two, they've just rejected a high, okay, and then took out this short-term low here. So I'll not buy it today, but if we go into next week, yes, next week will be a different week. We have the whole week from Monday to Friday for price to expand. So if you buy next week, then we have Monday to Friday for price to expand. But if you buy today, we don't have enough time for price to expand. And if you go into Monday, because it's a new week, it can have some sort of manipulation before the main move for the week will unfold. So it'd be better to wait till Monday for you to buy it. It's trading inside this down candle anyway, and I feel like consolidation in here, big consolidation before the expansion. So we have a market maker unfolding, buy model unfolding, hence I don't think it should be dropping but reaccumulating. So if this is gonna reaccumulate, then the best move will happen going into next week. All right. Okay, Euro pound. I got what I wanted this week. That was a run above that high and this high. So that equal high was my target for this week, and they did that in a weird way, and it's still bullish. I didn't expect this candle, but it has happened. So I think it's trying to create a previous week's range where it comes back for a pullback and then continue going up. I didn't want to see that. I just wanted to keep going up. But price is price. It wants to retrace. We have to obey it. So right now, I think it might come back down a little bit more. Somewhere here. Oh, we measure the range. And we anticipate this for a buy to happen there. Alright, so next week that will be another potential trade for the longs. For the longs to continue going up. Alright, so let's see what price will do. Okay, but for today, I think a sell. Now I did some measurement that I told you, or I showed you how to do it, which was this. Okay, I showed you how to do this. I think Wednesday. It has paused here, right, and traded back. Like I said, sometimes it can trade to 0.50 before going down. So if that's the case, this down candle being here, I don't think it might get to 0.50. It might probably trade just above that high and then resume going lower. So your best trade is going to be to sell to come down here, as this pair is right now. But bear in mind, it's bullish, it's not bearish. This is just retracement. So if you're selling up here, you have to be nimble with the profit, and you take it exactly or before there, so you can look for sell to come here. All right, gold. So gold, I think Wednesday I showed you what I was seeing. I was seeing a market maker on the 15 minutes, and I gave you where I think it's gonna trade to. Alright, and if you're bullish, or if it's gonna reverse, then it's gonna go up here. If not, they're gonna reverse here and come back and attack this low, and that's what happened. It gave me hope here that it was gonna go for this equal high, but on the 1 hour time frame, this was a big down candle on the 1 hour, so I had to wait for price to go below that low before actually knowing where they're gonna trade next, because once they went for that low, I knew they were gonna drop down here. Okay, so that gave me the opportunity to go short to come to that level. So let's go to the higher time frame. You will see that's an imbalance on the daily. So the moment price did not respect this down candle and it went through it, it gave me the insight that price was going to do what was going to trade down here. But right now, looking how deep we've dropped, I feel like gold might continue going lower, because they've come too deep. So I think it wants to run this low here. Maybe that's not what you want to trade, or that's not the direction we want to trade. But if you look at this range, now I use 79 as the I use the 79 retracement level as deep discount. What do I mean by deep discount? If price is gonna go back up, between the 618 and the 79, that is where I anticipate reversal. If they breach that, then I'm no longer interested in buying. I'll just observe how it will go and take out this low. All right, so gold right now, where we've traded to, it's just too deep of a retracement, so I'm thinking it might go and attack this low. So I'll look for sells, and if that sell stops me out, then it is what it is. Okay, so if it does retrace back into this last up candle somewhere here, or somewhere these two up candles, if we retrace back to that, that is a sell to continue going down. All right, that's what I feel. And I think with the dollar being bullish, it can continue going down. All right, so gold, forget buying, look for sells to continue going down here. Crude oil. So with crude oil, I think I did share in the group chat. Yeah, I know that. I know what you're saying. I've done the analysis. I know it's at a bullish order block, but trust me, yeah, we will see what will happen. I don't think if it's gonna go up, it should have done it. Right? It shouldn't be doing this. But you know, you can have the bias of price reversing as well. That's fine. You just have to wait for confirmation, right? But from what I'm seeing, it looks to me that it wants to run this low. From a higher time frame perspective, let me go to the 3 months. It looks to me it wants to run this previous quarterly low. Okay, that's what I think it looks like it wants to do. And then maybe after it's taking out that low, that's when it will come back up again, and that will probably line up with June, July. So it makes sense, right? It makes sense that, you know, they will go for it now, and then that will lead for a buy in the summer period, right? So, you know, that's just my opinion. You can take it, you can discard it, or you can, you know, pay attention to it. Crude oil, I shared in the group chat a buy idea here, and how close they came to it. I think it's because of time of the day. It was New York close, and nothing was really going on, hence it didn't trade there. London has started and is kind of rejecting that level that you're seeing there. Is just this last up candle that extended out in time, and let's see if they can retrace back into it. If they do, that'll be nice. Buy. If they don't, it's okay. It is what it is. But I still like that level, and I like it even more, the fact that they've engineered that low there. Okay, the fact that they've engineered that low there with the auto block there, I like it even more. Right, so if they do come there, I'm hunting for buy. Okay, and then Bitcoin and Ethereum, both of them has smashed all TPs. So right now I'm on the sidelines on them, waiting for more information. I want to see how the daily time frame will react to the lows. So by the end of the week, we will have some direction on this pair. Because it's bearish, we are going to remain bearish. Okay, you're not going to change the bias thinking that okay, we've reached that low, therefore price is now going to go up. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is price has got to the target, but it doesn't change the direction. Okay, you can still look for sells. It's just that when you sell, where is it going? See what I mean? Because before, when we sold or when we were selling, we had a target. That was the lows. But now that the lows are gone, if you sell, what are you targeting? Okay? So in order to avoid all that confusion, that's what I'm saying. Wait, let price now do what it wants to do, and then tip its hands on what it wants to do next. But it doesn't change that the price is still bearish. So if you do get a sell signal, by all means go for it. Okay, but just be nimble because we don't have a target on the chart to aim for. On Ethereum, maybe because the lows was not run properly. And I'll show you what I mean by the lows were not run properly. That low there, that equal low, it went down below it by less than, just that. And I think that is not enough. I think that's not enough. So price might come back again to properly sweep it. All right, and if he's gonna do it, he should do it from that gap there or that previous low. So from where we are now, it's a very good level to anticipate price rejecting. It can also run just above previous day's high here into that and then sell off. So be aware that we have that to go back for, and your selling level is currently where we are. Just know that previous day's high is right there, and you can run that before going up. So you can say, if that's the case, I'm gonna use OTE and sell short. So you sell short at OTE, leave your stop loss a little bit far away from previous day's high, and then look for continuation. All right, so that's that on the general market analysis. Okay, now let's go to crosses and see what the crosses is doing as well. So on the crosses, I have pound Aussie that I like for this equal high. On the daily time frame, we have an auto block here. We have confirmed a swing low. So this is normal. This is very, very normal. You might think that we were going to open and price run up. No, this is very normal. So inside that, this is the level I'm interested in, and I want to see on the 1 hour time frame something like this, where we hit it and then it trades and make an auto block here. It has to happen here. So once we hit that, I want to see price run up and trade above a down candle and give me a green candle. When I see that, the next opening candle, I'm going long with my stop loss below that, partial out here, and then aim for that equal high. I think yesterday I had similar question about bias, and I'm gonna give you that same response. Okay, when you are analyzing a chart, stop comparing that this one is doing this, therefore that one should do that. It creates toxic thinking. Okay, the reason why it creates toxic thinking is that price are not the same. It's not like a mirror image of what one is doing. The only mirror image we have is probably the euro against the dollar. That's it. Okay, the euro against the dollar is the closest mirror image of pairs, where whatever dollar is doing, euro is quite doing the opposite. All right, so if you're analyzing and you say to yourself that, okay, dollar is going up, BTC should go down, right? But if dollar is going up and BTC decides to go up, would you not look for price to go up on BTC? Will you sell BTC because dollar is going up? It doesn't make sense, right? And the reason why I say it creates toxic thinking is that it's gonna lead you to an opinion. So once you have an opinion and you are very good in technical analysis, you are going to marry that opinion, and once you marry it, that's it. When the trade goes against you, that's it. Your logic is gone. Because I know I'm talking about the question on Dixie bias is bullish, BTC will depend on that fact. Once you marry that opinion, that's it. Logic is gone. Even if the pair changes direction, you're not going to recognize it. You're just going to still believe that because this is doing that, this is supposed to do that. Okay, so refrain from that. The closest to mirror image, like I said, is euro and dollar. That's it. So you can say euro is going up, dollar is going down, or dollar is going up, euro is going down. Even that, sometimes euro pound upsets it because dollar can be going up and euro stay sideways. All right, so trade each pair just like you see it. If it's in a downtrend, it's in a downtrend. You're selling because that pair you're looking at is in a downtrend. It's not because of it's not because the sun didn't shine today, therefore that pair, even though it's going down, the sun did not shine today, so that pair should go up. Okay, refrain from that. With GU, if it goes through it, will I sell it? No. The only time I'll sell it is if it goes back below this low. Okay, if it goes back below this low, then I'll sell it. If it goes through that level, I'll wait for the H4 to give me something. Okay, if it goes through it, I'll wait for the H4 to give me something. So pound Aussie, that's what I'm looking for. Pound New Zealand, that one is still bullish. We are looking for a run to 19696, right? I don't have any entry on this, unfortunately, but that's my target. That's what I think price is going to. I just don't have any entry for you. So you have to figure out how to get in. Euro New Zealand, let's see. I think this one might go sideways for now because they reached the level that we talked about, like this candle here. They've gone for it, so it might stay sideways. Target has been met, so it will go sideways, as you can see. So I'm not interested. Your Aussie, I'm looking for a run above this high. Alright, I'm looking for a run above that high, so I'm monitoring it. Yesterday I did have this level, just similar to pound Aussie, that I was monitoring for price to reject. It did give a bullish order block, and if we did have time of the day on our side yesterday, maybe we could have continued going up, but we're back down here. So I want to see a sign on the H4. Okay, so that sign will be a close above that high, and then I'll be interested in buying. We'll have nice equal high here. Now I could be wrong, and they can send it one more step down. Let me go on to the other screen. There we go. Right, I could be wrong, or I can be wrong, and they will, or they might send it back down for previous week's range before the expansion. So that means they will leave those equal high, come down for optimal trade entry, and then rally back up again. So right now I'm just, waiting for a confirmation before I buy it again, because it looks to me it's like it's consolidating, and it might drop down before going back up again. This pair, I'm actually looking to sell it. I want to trade it just back down here. So let's have a look on the 1 hour time frame. 15. If it takes out this low here, I'll target this equal low. Watch this up candle and that imbalance there. Watch that one there for a run back down here. That's this really nice market maker profile in here. We have the consolidation, accumulation in here, another accumulation in here, one more accumulation in here, rally. So watch that for a run back below this low. All right. And you can watch it for the New York session as well. Because London is still high. So watch the New York session for that run. It's Friday. Usually this pair does some crazy stuff on Friday. So if you go back to the daily, this high here, I'm gonna leave that line there. Okay, watch that high as well, because if you runs above it, that's also a sell. So I will not leave my stop loss above it if I want to sell straight away. So if I want to sell right here, which I don't think is a bad idea, right, I would just not leave my stop loss here. Okay, I'll probably give myself 10 pips above it. So it's 10, 11 pips, so 21 or 20. There you go. And then look for a run back down here. Okay. Or wait for it to get there. Break down you sell, and then now it goes. Okay, so I've basically outlined what this pair should do for you. And then lastly, we have these two bad boys, which I gave you on Monday where to target, right? Especially New Zealand. I said target this high. That was Monday. So go back. Today's Friday, Wednesday. Sorry, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. So Monday, told you you're gonna trade here. You're gonna trade here. And bam. Aussie yen, I told you they're gonna trade into that imbalance. Bam. Alright. So you can still hold on to some sells. I actually was looking for a sell today. Yeah, it's not bad. I was looking for a sell on it today, because I still think it's gonna go a little bit lower. Now on the higher time frame, it's just a pullback. It's no reversal. I think price might continue going up. My only concern is that this thing has been going up with up candles for weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 weeks of up candles. That's some serious push. Now, I know it's hindsight, but if you zoom in, right down here, you're gonna get previous week's range until it went up for this equal high. So measure this low to the high OTE. Okay, this low to the high OTE, this high to this low OTE, that high to that low, I'm pretty sure OTE, this one to that one OTE. So what you're seeing is between Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it forms the low expansion. Monday, Tuesday forms the low expansion. Monday, Tuesday forms the low expansion. Like that for almost 4 to 5 weeks. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, sorry for that. I had a call from someone. Okay. So as I was saying, once price started going up, right? It just gave you OTEs, OTEs, OTEs. If you just, do this every week, if you, I know there's more before you can start using it, but at the end of every week, if you just look at price and then anticipate something like that, okay, or go through price and then understand when it does it, because if you go through price, you will know when sometimes it's going to pull back, because there will be signs in here, there will be signs in here, in here, there will be signs inside the candle that is trade, like for example this one here, right? There will be signs in here that is gonna prompt you that price might pull back. So when you see those signs, then going into the following week, you kind of you can anticipate it, okay? But it's gonna come with experience. So that's why I'm saying go in and back test it, right? Because that has been such an incredible run, and it can do the same thing going down. That's the beauty of it. It can do the same thing going down. Man, last week was a very, very nice day to be a nice week to be selling. This week was a very nice week to be selling. I think I'm gonna take a sell on that one. I think it's gonna drop one more. And the reason why I think it's gonna drop one more, I recently just taught to you, right? There. Okay, you do your projections, and we are bearish. It's gonna go to 2. So I think it's gonna make one more leg to the downside. So I'm gonna hammer it later. If I see what I need to see, I'll hammer it. I'm gonna hammer it. Let's look at this one. That one is trading at that. Let's go to the weekly. Yeah, I think it's got some room to drop. Yeah, but I like the Aussie. The Aussie, it's with the swing projection, right? I like that movement up, so I want to see 2% to the downside. So let me go back and do it again. And there. So I like to see one more run below that low. Okay. All right. So, I've gone through all the pairs that I need to go through. Anyone got anything they want to ask? Or any pair you want to trade that I didn't cover? Any pair you want to trade that I didn't cover, or anything you want to ask, feel free to ask me. Also, I have so many things for you guys. I wanted to ask if it's okay for you guys with that 30 minutes of silence, or I should just come in and start from 9. Because what is going to end up happening is that, that 1 hour period, if there's any trade that is going on, and that's the whole reason why I decided to start at 8, because there might be some trades that are forming during that time, and if you come in at 9, you miss the whole boat, right? So that's why I start at 8. But if 9, you don't want to wait for that 30 minutes whilst I'm away to drop my son, then 9 o'clock will be cool. So I'm gonna drop a poll in the Telegram group, and I want you to give me what you think, 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock start, and then based on the majority, I will go with what the majority will say. Okay, so if you prefer 8, then majority prefer 8, we keep it at 8, and I'll still go to drop my son at 8:30, between 8:30 to 9, and then I'll come back at 9. But if you want to start at 9 because you don't want to wait that 30 minutes, then I'll just do what I need to do and then come and start at 9. Yes, I need to do that. Now, you know me, my personality, I'm old school. I don't like giving trade ideas. I like you to learn. So that's why I kind of don't do that. It's not in me. I only do it because sometimes I'm that nice to do it. But when you're here, you see exactly how I see my trades. Right? When you're here, you see exactly how I trade. I don't hide it. I showed you how I look for trades. I show you how, I'm looking at the charts. There's no secrets. Okay, maybe there are a couple, but majority of it, Okay, so my aim is for you to become a trader, not a copier. Because if I give you a trade idea, you're just copying a trade idea. Right? I can give you trade ideas in line with what I want you to learn. Okay, I'll give you a trade idea in line with what I want you to learn out of that trade, not because I'm giving you a trade idea to go and trade to make money. Nope, I'm not doing that. All right, I am not doing that. You need to fish for yourself. I ain't gonna fish for you, but I will help you, or I'll show you how to do it. Okay, and in showing you, sometimes I'll catch some fishes for you, and that's what I do. I point, I do the mentor stuff. I point for you, and then you have to shoot. Okay, I'm pointing for you that, okay, this is where price is gonna go. You have to take a trade to get there. I ain't gonna give you, okay, enter here, put your stop loss here, and target here. You have to learn to do it, because the day I'm not around, you're gonna struggle. Okay, if I keep doing what I'm doing, you won't struggle, because when I'm not here, you will hear my voice in your head. Okay, the more you spend time around me when you're trading, you are going to hear my voice in your head. You will hear. If the price does this, IT is gonna do this. If price does that, IT is gonna do that. I do get that same thing with ICT. Okay, I've watched ICT for, I don't know, man. if if ICT was if ICT was a lady, probably I would dream about him every day. I mean, about her every day, right? So, because I hear his voice in my head all the time, even till date. Because when I'm trading or when I'm taking a trade, I can see from his eyes, right? And that's because I've spent a lot of time listening to him. So when I'm doing something, it's like I'm seeing it with ICT's eyes. For example, this trade going up here, right? There's a change in the state of delivery. So this will be ICT's voice, right? I'm not doing his voice, but this is what he'll say. Once you know where price is going, every down candle should be respected. So this down candle gets respected. That candle gets respected. This candle should be respected. Therefore, you can be confident buying down candles, knowing and rest assured that price is not going to go through it. Right? That is ICT's voice in my head. But I'm actually doing it myself. Okay? I'm doing it myself. I'm not depending on ICT, but because I've listened to him so many times, it has become a norm. So I can trade with I can trade myself with the help of what he has provided. The same thing I'm doing for you. If you listen to me constantly over and over and over again, you will hear that voice in your head, and you are going to do analysis like I'm doing it. You're going to tell yourself, IT will do this, IT will do that, and therefore, because of this, I will not do that. If I don't do it that way, and then I turn up and I just give you, okay, today we're going to sell here, and we're going to target that, and then I move on, and I give you another chart, and I'm thinking, yeah, there's no trade on this one, let's move on. Right? If I do that, there's no way you're gonna learn. All right. So the secret in learning is you have to take the experience that I have and I'm providing. You have to take that experience and make it your own experience. And in making it your own experience, you have to be doing the things that you're seeing me do. So if I'm using the fib like that, you should go and do the same thing. Don't go and say, okay, this is how IT did it, right? But I'm gonna do it that way, and I'll expect the same results. Okay, that's not gonna happen. So that's why I don't post trade ideas, because trade ideas will not make you a trader. Simple. So I'll end here. I have a lot to do today. I'm actually going to play football. I'm going to play football this afternoon. I have a game with some friends, and yeah, it's an important game that I need to be there. So I'll see you guys on Monday, and yeah, we will see what the market will provide for us. So go back. Actually, let me give you a homework. What homework? Okay, let's go back to this one. Your homework will be Okay, this is your homework. Study how the price couldn't. I know some of you, I've already given you the insight to it, so you already know. But those of you that don't know, or if you're watching, I want you to study why price couldn't make it back up for the previous week high using anything that you've learned from me. Okay, why price couldn't move from here to go there, but it reversed from here to come down here. Okay, that's your homework. It's hindsight, but go through it and find why price did what it did here. Once you get your reason, I'm providing the link again, or actually you have it in the description. Send me your logic, why you think. Okay, that's my personal Telegram. Send me your logic, why you think price didn't go up here, but it rejected and came back down. All right, so that's your homework, and I expect it by Monday. So you have between now and Monday to send it to me before our session on Monday. If you're watching after, because it's on YouTube, you might come and watch it later. You can send it to me anytime you want. But if you're watching right now, you need to send it to me by Monday. Okay, why price couldn't go up here? Because per our logic, right, price is supposed to trade to OTE, right, and go back up to attack this high, and it didn't do it. Okay, so it came back down. It swept the previous flat. Yes, I know that. I know that, but there's a logic behind why I did it. So I want you to provide me with your logic, and then once you provide me with your logic, I will show you why I did it, which is that's what you need to know. The reason why I did it, that's what you need to know, because it will give you insight into price action that goes beyond what you are thinking. Like, for example, you said it came for the flat lows. Yes, that is there, but there is a logic behind why I did that. Okay, so if you send it to me, I'll privately send you a video to explain to you why I did it. All right, and then we move from there. So I'll be expecting, if you're here, I'll be expecting your logic in my Telegram. All right, so enjoy the rest of your day, and then I will see you on Monday. All right, take care and have a good weekend.